Good day. Hope you're doing really well. Stay with me. We've got another air raid shelter, depending on whenever these come out, really. We've split them all up. We're debating whether to put them all together. I think it's better so we sort of split them up, give them their own unique merit, really, which is what I wanted to try and do. We're in the New Forest. This is a civil air raid shelter. Stay tuned. Let's take a look inside. You never know, we might find something really interesting. Oh, welcome back. That didn't take long, did it? Right, so Steph's gonna be the torch lady for today on this one, so we can take a look inside. And it is, depending on if you've seen them in any form of sequence, this one is practically identical to one that's just around the corner, isn't it? Yeah. Except this one is better condition, isn't it? A lot better. A lot better. And you can see the vent at the top, everyone. And the other one, that was completely taken away. It seems to be a common theme with putting holes through these. No idea. No indication that was a vent or anything. Especially from seeing different dimensions, because then that would mean it was something completely different. But it's not. Interesting to note as well, there's a singular little brick sticking out of these, which would suggest more of a doored entrance or slidey door type of thing. And then lovely, oh, can we have the torch please? Lovely bit of wooden beamage, which is also interesting, and you can see the corner there, which would have suggested, with some nails as well, we've got some clues here, that there would have easily been a door, which you know anyway, but tiny. So there's also some external, if you can hold the torch there for me. Interesting on this one, there are some bricks on the side there and there. Thank you very much, Steph. We're training Steph up very good at the moment. Thanks. That's right, you're welcome. She's a genius at sarcasm, by the way. You'll understand that as we go along. That's why we're getting along famously. Concrete roof in sections, very common, and brick in and out. So, should we take a look outside? So the summation at the moment is that there was no military structures around here. So the only theory is that these were for people who lived in the cottages. Now I don't really want to be too rude, but there are buildings here and all along here, and it's a perfect place to put a civil air raid shelter. What you'll find is that these sizes, they come in all different sizes, civil shelters. These ones are specifically small, which would give us more of the idea that these were designed for families. Now, the other thing that's really interesting to note is there are some demolished buildings, or former demolished buildings within the area, which potentially would probably be more attached to these ones. Whatever. So they're cute little civil shelters. Now, for all of you people out there, what you've got to imagine is you've got to imagine an Anderson shelter. I may have said in some of these Stanton, I actually didn't mean that, I meant Anderson shelter. Got shelters on the brain today. Again, you'll find out we've covered a lot of different stuff. That they would have been, they're basically reinforced Anderson shelters, except they're not necessarily underground or not reinforced. So what I mean by that is, in this instance, you would expect there to be mounds to support this should there be any nearby explosion, but they are just civil ones, which means that the only suggestion, sorry everybody, I'm really geeking you out on this one, there could have been, I'm going to politely say, sandbags on to stack up next to them. In fact, actually, in London, for example, central London, when you saw some civil shelters, you would see that they normally stacked up sandbags, because obviously they didn't really have any dirt or ground to obviously take next to it, because that was really important for allotments as well, especially in London areas, suburban areas. They need as much, you know, for soil. Don't need to educate you on all that. I'm sure most of you are really intelligent to understand that. But in every case, there would have been sandbags to be stacked up on these. And like we said before, typical design for civil shelters, which obviously gives us more of a clue, the fact that you've got this concrete capping done in strips, as you sort of saw, these long concrete strips with just brick. Really easy to erect, really easy to design. What makes these really nice and something a little bit different, although again, not necessarily uncommon, by the way, these are our blast walls potentially. That's just in case, it gives you a little pocket there. just in case there was a blast right nearby or really close, really. And obviously they might have had a door, more than likely would have. But yeah, it's just nice, really, on that nice little bit of detailing, obviously. So I've really gone all out on this one. Pretty cool, wasn't it?
It is
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. Thank you.
Alright.
It's alright. It's nice to have some sport. What did you think of this one? Nice,
Yeah,
cleaner.
Yeah, a lot cleaner.
So we just need to put out there for everybody. There's a couple of others that we've put into context. So depending on when these come out, this is probably the cleanest one that we've seen out of the three. Thank you very much. We've done so much today, by the way. You won't know that, but we've done a lot. Brain is fried. And New Forest. So there you go. Wonderful little civil shelter for the local people who lived around this area. Wonderful. There you go, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Right, I'm just going to take one more look in there, if I can kindly have a torch. And then we're pretty much done, because we are here. We might as well take advantage of it looking as it does. There you go. Like I said, nothing to write home about, but enough to document. Concrete floor as well, we didn't mention that as well. So depending on what order these come out in, can't guarantee they'll come out in any order, but I know you lot out there in Phoenix history enjoy like the randomness. So yeah, hopefully you appreciate it and you stay tuned, depending on whatever order they come out in. But yeah, there we go. Right, let us get out of here. Come on. Well, thank you so much for coming along with us. Hopefully you really enjoyed that as part of a trilogy of area shelters in the New Forest. For now, there are a few more that we're going to explore at some later date, but we're going to head up north, I think, as of recording this, depending on when you see it. I think our next stuff's going to be up north. Thank you. Thank you, Steph, for joining me and being polite. If you didn't recognise Steph, you probably won't do, but you'd recognise her camera work and her photos, because all her photos as of recently have been used on a lot of Phoenix history, and a lot of her camera work has been used as well. It's just that we've slowly integrated Steph out, bless her, as of anybody, a bit shy, but a very intelligent, knowledgeable person. So great to have on an explore if you want to hire her out, but you got to go through me first, and she's very loyal. Just no. Right, anything you want to say, Steph?
No.
That'll do. See, keeps it sweet, just the way you like it. Right, let's go. Take care, everybody. In the more words of Phoenix history, because history matters. Love to all of you out there. Take care, and yeah, I'll see y'all very soon. Come on, Steph.